2 people have died and 559 have been arrested during Champions League final celebrations in Paris. This comes after Paris Saint-Germain won their first ever European Champions League football final, soundly beating Inter Milan 5-0 in Munich. With more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Nikki Schiller in the newsroom. Nikki, bring us up to date on what the French authorities are saying.
Interior Ministry, Samantha, have confirmed that 2 people have died and 192 others have been injured during those celebrations, as you say, after Paris Saint-Germain won that Champions League trophy final against Inter Milan in Munich. Now, the 2 people who died, the authorities are telling us it is a 17-year-old boy who was stabbed in the chest in the town of Dax during some of those celebrations. The other person to die, a 23-year-old man who was driving a scooter through central Paris and was hit by a car. Now, the prosecutor's office say the driver was detained, but that they tested negative for drugs and also alcohol. Now, we know that there were a number of clashes in the centre of Paris, and indeed 559 people have been detained. Flares were set off, fireworks as well, and 22 police officers were injured. Now, one of those police officers is in an induced coma. Now, local media are reporting that he was hit in the eye by one of those fireworks. We've also seen a number of cars burnt out in Paris, and the Interior Ministry giving us figures saying that there were 692 fires, of which there were 264 in vehicles. So it gives you a sense of the scale of the number of fires that were lit during those demonstrations after that win. We also know that a number of shops were attacked. Indeed, 30 people detained around a Foot Locker store in central Paris. Now, the authorities have been responding. The mayor of Dax, where that young teenage boy was stabbed to death, said his thoughts are with the young victim, his family and friends. He went on to say, "We are floored by all the drama tonight. It is advisable to quickly shed light on these facts in order to severely punish the perpetrator." So the authorities, as I said, detaining a number of people, 559 arrested during the incidents in Paris. We've seen water cannon being used and riot police on the streets. We know that there were around 5,400 officers who were deployed in case there was any trouble last night. When it comes to the team, Samantha, they are back in Paris this afternoon, and we are expecting a victory parade through the centre of Paris, down the Champs-Élysées. And of course, I would imagine that there'll be a lot of police out on the streets there to police that event when tens of thousands of PSG fans are expected. We're also expecting President Macron to welcome the victorious team back in Paris a little later today as well.
OK, Nikki, thank you. Well, we are also expecting an update from the French authorities about those incidents last night and the death of 2 people and the arrests of many hundreds. So we'll bring you that news conference live as soon as it comes into us.